Don't sleep on me. Free soul free. Show me light, show me better days. I keep on spending, I need to fucking save. My mind is on, it's on another wave. Thinking all these thoughts and they possess my head for days. It's funny how they never change. True art is probably getting rich from counting all this little change. Growing till I get a range, rise until I light a wave. Ghetto like my lingo. Show me light, show me brighter days. Funny as a kid, I was overly hyper. Nowadays I'm anti like I've been with your uncle. Baby, you could fall, but I'd rather that you stumble.
And I hope this is working good. So let's start. Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Please let me know how does this sound like and everything. I'm doing a live stream, but I don't really know if this is all going well. I'm trying to use a different setup once again. It kind of feels like I never use the same, so I have a couple of topics that I want to talk. It's going to be mainly related to skating, but it can be used if you are in other fields. I've seen that one of the guys watching this right now, it's David. David is like a musician, so just like musicians, any other type of people that wants to work on their branding, this could be a good video for them, I hope. So let me just try to pull the chat here so that I can have access to what's actually happening. I would prefer to have access to this right here. Sorry. Okay, so what's about to happen is there's a couple of topics, like I said, that I'm gonna be talking. I have a multi-camera thing. It's just two cameras, but on one side it's me talking to this camera, and then the other camera, it's basically what I'm watching here. So I'm still here in front. And while I'm looking at this, David does while I'm looking at these notes that I have here of what I want to talk, I'm gonna start with a little bit of my history, a little bit of my story when it comes to branding and to skating and all that, and now I got into what I do for a living nowadays. I never ever studied marketing, but it was somehow something that I had to learn for what I wanted to do or for what my dream was. I don't even know if it was a dream. So basically, for someone, if I don't think anyone is watching this live that don't know me, probably most of the people watching this live, it's because they're subscribing to the channel and they press on that bell button or whatever. But if someone is watching this after, I'm gonna just do a quick presentation of who I am. My name is Ricardo Lino. I'm 39 years old. I live in Sines, Portugal, which is a small town, and I don't know if I can consider myself a professional skater. I might not have the skill of a professional skater anymore. I used to be a professional skater and I still live from skating. Now, this is where the whole branding thing comes to this video, and that's why I wanted to make this video. Skating is for sure the biggest passion that I have, and I had to find ways to be able to do it for the rest of my life. So here we go. So I remember I started skating when I was very, very young, and I used to tell my mom that I really wanted to skate when I was old. I remember there was this guy. I used to be a speed skater, and my team in speed skating from this town where I live right now, they once, I was too young, I was like 6 or 7, and they once went to a competition in Italy. And when they went to that competition, I remember when they came back, they said there was a guy with 60 years old, he was still skating and competing and everything. And I remember coming back home and being very, very excited, telling my mom, that, hey, there's this guy, he's 60 years old and he still skates and I want to be like him. I remember that. And then I never really took it that serious. I just kept on skating. And a couple of years later, like 10 years later, whatever, I was like 15 when inline skating came to play. I was still speed skating on quads. I started inline skating, and when I started inline skating, I started transitioning to aggressive skating. And I never really thought that it could be anything. I never really thought that I could get anywhere with, man, I'm this kid from the small town. But the truth is, I'm gonna skip a couple years, like 5-6 years later, I ended up started skating for a company called USD. Most of you guys know, of course, but USD was quite a big company, and I was on the European pro team for USD. Now, the kid from the small town to be on a big company, I would either need to do one of these things. One would be traveling the whole time, which was super cool, and for quite a long time I did it. But then you start missing something. You start missing the people that you know for a long time. You start missing your family. And that's when I first started getting into the marketing things somehow. What did I do? I don't know if I can call it marketing, but back then I remember I had a salary from USD, and basically almost all my salary was going to buy a camera. I was paying a camera every month, of course with the help of my parents. And I did bought a camera that was the Canon XM2. Some of you guys might know. Let me just go here and show it to you. Canon XM2. I think it's called GL2 in America. So this is the camera. This is the camera that I got first. Then slowly I started like just getting into video, but I was never really the guy editing. I never thought I would have I never really thought I was going to edit. Basically, I bought the camera, and my goal back then was to film and send the clips to someone who would make videos. I never actually thought that I would be making a live stream like I am doing right now. And man, I'm gonna let a couple more years go. I started studying sports. And when I studied sports, when I finished my graduation, I never thought that I was still skating for a company, but I somehow thought, I've studied sports, I don't want to be related to this. I don't want to just skate for a living. There's something more out there. And I tried to do it, but a couple of years later I came back to this. And when I came back to this, I came back with a completely different vision. And I really wanted to do it, and slowly my skill was decreasing, my skill for skating, and all I had is what I still have right now, and I don't think I'm going to lose it anytime soon, and that is my passion. And that's something that I want to say, that it's very, very important to when you work on your brand. If you're watching these, if you're trying to create your own brand, if you don't have the passion for something, like, don't even start it, because yes, you might be able to make some money, but in the end, you're not going to be able to do it for a long time. Of course, it depends. If all you want to do is to grow a brand to make money and then sell it, there's a lot of different ways to do it out there. You might just pay someone to do it instead of doing it the way that I'm talking about right here. I think what I'm talking here is about growing a brand on yourself when you like something. And that's something right now for me, skating. For some of you guys out there might be something different. It can be music, it can be video, it can be some form of art, it can be whatever, it can be pets, it can be whatever. But as long as you have the passion for it, it is possible. And that's in my opinion the most important thing. Now, I know I'm watching all the comments that some of you guys are writing, and I'm gonna go through some of them, and I'm gonna be talking a little bit more about these that I have planned right here, and then I'm gonna go through all the comments. The next thing that I'm gonna talk, other than passion, it's persistence and artwork. I was watching something about kids the other day where they asked most of the kids in the school what they want to be when they grow up or whatever. And it was more than 50% of the kids that wanted to be YouTubers. I never call myself a YouTuber. Yeah, I do make a lot of videos for YouTube. I do try to help brands or other people that try to grow their YouTube channels, but I never consider myself a YouTuber. The truth is, this YouTube thing, it's apparently something that the kids think you're gonna do. You're gonna make a lot of money and you just live the dream life. And if you choose what I choose for the theme of your channel, which is inline skating, probably not that easy. But one thing is for sure, none of the YouTube channels out there that have been grew a lot, or even like any other sort of social media, someone that works really hard on social media producing content, no one really grew up without a lot of hard work and persistence. It's very, very rare the person that does a couple of posts, a couple of videos and goes up there. Some of them, sometimes that happens, but if it happens, if they don't keep working hard on it, it just, as fast as it went up, it can also go down. So obviously, like hard work is very important to keep it going. And when I mean hard work, I don't mean about like putting everything into a video. I'm talking about something that a lot of times it's lacking in inline skating and in a lot of other things, but I'm talking about what I know the most. And that is the persistence thing. Is like a lot of times the skaters, they start doing something, but because they don't get what they want immediately, and what I mean immediately, sometimes it's like a month or two. If they don't get what they want in that period of time, a lot of them just give up on it. And it's not as easy. Sometimes it's about going against the grain, and you try it, and you keep on making stuff, and people keep on nagging on what you're doing, and it's not good until you find the right audience, and then that is it. And it's, man, this YouTube channel that I've been doing, it's something that I started for 3 years, but before that I've been doing a lot of other things. Like, it's been always skating, and until here I did work with companies, I still do work with companies, but there was really nothing in skating that had the same type of connection with people as this YouTube channel has. But of course, you guys might see a lot of videos, and I'm pretty sure that most of you guys understand the amount of work that it is to make these videos. But behind the scenes, it's a lot more. I think that's the easiest way to say. Let me just see how many people I have watching this live, because I have no idea. Let me see. I seriously have no idea what's happening here. Yeah, we have like 35 people watching. Not that much, but it doesn't really matter. So then I spoke about my history a little bit, passion, persistence, and hard work, and then engaging with your audience. If you're trying to start something, I was reading one of the comments, sorry. Engaging with your community, with your audience. It doesn't matter if it's on YouTube, if it's on Instagram, if it's or whatever. I'm talking about building your own brand. And when I mean talking about building your own brand, it's not just about going on YouTube or not just about going on Instagram. It's you as a whole. It's like, if you're trying to grow a brand, it's not just this. You actually need to be consistent, and you need to try to be present. That's what it is. So either YouTube's, Instagrams, and all that stuff, you actually need to try to be a little bit in everywhere. Or there's also the other tactic, which is you go all in on something and you fully invest on it. But either way, the only way for you to succeed is actually by creating a community. Now, if you are a huge name in something, what happens a lot of times is that someone makes a post or makes a video, and that engagement ends up happening because there's one comment, and then the other comment comes and talks about this comment, and then they start debating under the video, and there's a lot of engagement happening under the video or under the post on Instagram or under the post on Facebook or whatever, and that makes that post be more and more suggested. Now, if you're starting and if you don't have that community yet, and if you're not like at the pro level that everyone knows, if you don't engage with your community, if you don't engage with your content will just not grow. So that's why it's important when you're starting something to promote your own stuff. Like if you make a YouTube video, post it on Instagram, like on the link, post a picture about it, post it on Facebook. It's not about spamming people, but it's about self-promoting yourself, because that's what actually branding is. It's you trying to grow you trying to be present. And most of the times, if you don't do it, no one is going to do it for you. So you need to start something. Once it's starting to engage with people, then it's going to be a little bit more automatic, if you can call it. Then let me just go through the comments a bit. My page. I have a little bit of quite a lot to read. Let me keep going with this. I promise I'm going to go to the comments. How important it is to have a strong brand. So think of something. It doesn't matter in what area you are working, but most of them nowadays, especially if it's digital, but if it's not digital, most of them, if you are a boss, once someone is trying to apply for a job, if you're trying to apply for a job, it's pretty normal that a boss goes online and tries to find who you are. It's common. If there's two guys, or one guy and one girl, or two girls, or whatever, if there's two persons that he doesn't know which one to choose, he's gonna end up going for the one that he feels safer. And usually, if you have a good presence online, if you have like a strong brand, like a good amount of people following what you do, somehow you're gonna be the chosen one. This might seem stupid unless you're gonna be working on something that the goal is to hide whatever you do, but most of the times they're gonna go for the one they feel the safest. So this is just one of the reasons why having a strong brand is important, but also not just that. Like, we live in a moment that the contacts and the connections are actually, I wouldn't say more important than money, but as important as money, because the amount of people that you know, the amount of connections that you have are actually what are dictating your future. And you might have a lot of money now, but if you spend it wrong, it might not take you anywhere. But if you're investing in yourself, either like when I mean investing in myself, or like if you go to university to study something, you're investing in your own brand, right? It's what I'm talking about. If you invest if you invest in yourself, then you're preparing your future. I know that a lot of the people out there, probably a lot of people watching these, might not want advice for the future, but it is the truth. And then I'm not gonna go like too deep into this. There's one more thing that I want to do, but that one thing I'm gonna do after going through some of the comments. That one thing that I want to do is actually I want to go through a YouTube channel out there, and if there's anyone watching this that want me to go through the YouTube channel, give them some advice, that's the goal. The goal here is to go through some YouTube channels, and that's why I got this camera here, and give you guys some advices. Now let me just go up a little bit. Aussie inline skating. I was an inline skater. Solid advice. Man, it might feel like I'm going a little bit too deep, but I'm trying to get more people to understand what I do. And I know there's a lot of people out there with a lot of passion for skating or for anything else. It doesn't need to be skating exactly, but what I'm trying to do here is that I want more people to go behind their dreams or to try to live from what they really love. Because if you do something that you really love, it's a lot easier to live. It's a lot easier to be happy in life. So with that being said, let's go. Oh, dangerous idea, the networking. You might end up with your own echo chamber or niche. I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry, man. It's something that it's quite important for myself. Is like I have my own family and we try to... It's hard sometimes. We try to establish some rules. Like there's some time that I need to be with them, and again, like I said, to do this YouTube thing, it's a lot of time. You are actually a lot of time in front of a computer, a lot of time outside the house filming, a lot of time with your friends, traveling sometimes that you are away from your family. But I try to incorporate them in what I do as much as I can, and obviously a lot of times I try to leave them completely out, which is very, very important for the two of us to have our own relationship, that nothing is on YouTube. So I don't know if this is what you were talking about, but being relatable is key. Yeah, fully agree with that. Advice for a new skater. Can you please tell me where you are in skating at the moment? The best advice that I can give you, it's the one that I give you in the end of every single video that I do, which is never ever forget why I started. And everyone, it doesn't matter who, everyone started because when they first put their skates on, there was a smile in their face. They enjoyed it, even if it was just for a little bit, even if they were really scared about something, but there was still a little bit that they enjoyed. That's the reason why they kept on doing it. So never forget that smile. Never forget that amount of fun that you had with your first experience, or the amount of fun you thought you were going to have and you weren't able to achieve yet, but you know that you're gonna get there. Never forget that. That's, I think, the most important thing. Yes, safety gear, very important. It always depends on your level of skill, body control and all that. I would always say that safety gear is good to go. A lot of people are completely anti. I'm no one. I'm not going to judge anyone for using it or not. Obviously, most of the times, kids, I would always put my kid skating with a helmet. But to put like all the protections and all that stuff, and now I'm going to go against a lot of people's ideas, but like my daughter is 2 years old, 2.5 years old, almost 3. So if I'm gonna put like knee pads, elbow, wrist guards, when all the protections are on, she doesn't want to skate anymore. So we put the skates on, we put helmet, ready to go. But of course, we're talking about a 2-year-old kid that it's not really scared of anything. It's just about getting bored of putting all the protections. When we're talking about adult that has like a job to go on the next day, yes, protections, very, very important. I mean, you have to step outside the boundaries defined by your industry. Yes, I fully agree with that. I know what you mean. Like, yes. What I mean by creating your network, I don't mean by closing yourself in your network. I mean, like, networking can actually be a lot bigger. Like, the good example that I can give you is, yes, I do work a lot with skating, but because of me doing videos, me coming to this small town where I live, it ends up creating a lot more opportunities, because I can end up bringing my knowledge that I got from the videos and apply it on on other opportunities, and then through the other opportunities you're gonna end up meeting other people. And that's what I mean. I'm not telling you to close into something and just stay there. That will never ever be good. If you put that's just a basic saying, right? If you put all the eggs in the same basket. So okay. Lino, can I be your apprentice? I'm that serious, man. Send me a message. Send me if you go on my website, send me an email. Let's make it work. I'm especially in this time that I'm working a lot from home. I'm willing to help more people. I'm actually thinking about starting that join thing on YouTube, that I will allow some people to have a lot more engagement, or a lot more. Yeah, I think that's it. A lot more engagement with what I do and with me. I have a question you can answer for me, Ricardo. I'm thinking of getting the PowerSlide Zoom 100, but I was wondering what is the difference between the PowerSlide Zoom Pro. Let's see. PowerSlide Zoom Pro. I don't work with PowerSlide anymore. I don't really know. Okay. Zoom 100 should seem to be the one on top. Let's see the main difference between the Zoom Pro. Tab. This is the Zoom 100. Seems to be like it's mainly the liners, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. It's a recall liner, and this one has it might not have a lot of difference, huh? These have the spinner wheels. These have the spinner wheels. Let's just go on Bladeville. Bladeville.com. Okay, we're on Bladeville now, so I'm gonna go here. PowerSlide Zoom 100. Zoom 100 Pro, Zoom 100. Look, this might be a 2019 skate, that is for sure. I might be saying something wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, in 2019 there was only one Zoom. In 2020 they have two Zooms. They have the Zoom Pro, and they have the one that it seems like it's riveted or with a different frame. Check this out. See? This one has a more basic frame. It's not Trinity, huh? Yeah. This one, it's not Trinity. This one is riveted. I don't want to say anything wrong. Yeah, see this one here? If you see this picture, I can't really see it, but on this one right here, you will see that this is riveted. So the Zoom 100 is riveted, meaning that you can't change the frames, and the Zoom Pro, check this out. The Zoom Pro has a Trinity frame. This one has a Trinity frame. This one has a Trinity frame. Now, if you go on the red one, that's the 2019 version, which is very, very similar to the Zoom Pro from 2020. I think that's the main difference. I might be saying something wrong, but I don't think I am. Ricardo got some of your shirts the other day. Loving it. Really enjoy watching your channel. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it. I have a question. Maybe you can answer for me. Okay, that was answered. Can you give us feedback for our crew videos? They are private at the moment. Man, share them with me. If I've been really busy, but if they're not like 20 or 30 minutes videos, if they're short clips, I'm more than happy to see them. But if you want to show them now, we can actually see with everyone else. Maybe without the sound, but we can try to see them. Ricardo, how can I get a pair of Micro MT Plus 45 without having to pay too much for postage. Where are you at, Drew? Drew Rodrigues. That seems like a Portuguese name, but I'm not sure. Please let me know where you at. Okay, that's cool. Aussie inline skater wants this channel to be reviewed. That's exactly what I want to do. Let's do it. Okay, so let me youtube.com thumbnail. Okay, let me go back a little bit. For someone who doesn't really know that much about YouTube, the two most important things, this might be shocking for some of you, but more important than the content. This might seem very weird, but more important than the content is title and thumbnail. Thumbnail is that image that you see, right? So this is what we're talking about right here, the thumbnail. The title, it's very, very important because whatever it's written on the title, it's how YouTube is going to put that video in a group and be able to suggest it to some people or not. And then if the thumbnail, the image that you have is appealing, then people might click on it or not. Now, here's how the whole algorithm works. They don't get the video and they don't show it to 2 million people right away. They will first show it to a very niche amount, like a very small amount of people that are usually engage with your content or engage with content like yours. But they will show it to that people based on the title most of the times and on what other people did with your channel, like if they watch the videos, whatever. Then if that people like the thumbnail, they end up clicking on it. Once they click on it, then yes, then your content is very, very important. But the most important things at first are title and thumbnails. And yes, you do put work. You can see that you put work into your thumbnails. You do put work into your thumbnails because you use the same colors, which I really like that. I like that you use the same colors so that you're branding your website in a certain way. That's what this video is about. You're consistent with the branding. So that is good. So whenever someone sees those three colors, they already know it's you. But here, you're completely hiding the skates. And I'm not saying that hiding is not good, because sometimes you actually want to hide on purpose so that people are curious and they go, what is he hiding? This is actually a good thing. But especially when my channel is still a very small channel, but you're going to end up seeing. So let me give you an example. This is me just talking without really knowing yet, but I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go through the most popular. Check. What's your most popular video? Check the title of your most popular video. Power stops, slides, and skate sounds. And check this, the image. That's your most popular video. And this could probably be could even have more views if you could, like, imagine you don't have the top of your body here, right? So why don't you get like a closer shot to the skate? You can crop this whole part, get closer to the action. You can get a little bit more contrast in the sky, even if it's already contrasty. Try to making a little bit more like visually appealing, and you can somehow write inline skate. Like, you start by power stops, slides, and skate sounds. But if you could have inline skating here, if you could have inline skating, power stops, slides, and skate sounds, then you would be making already these more clickable. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get the stuff as clickable as possible. Okay. Now, if you look at your second video again, you can see that you're skating. There are, of course, some videos here that you are not really showing the skates, but then it could be because of the title. There's always like different reasons for it. But I would always try to spend the biggest amount of time. I would always try to spend the biggest. This is like a lot of people that do YouTube videos for a living. This might be weird. A lot of people that you might know that do YouTube videos for a living, they actually either pay someone that is like very good graphic designer just to do the thumbnails, or others, they actually pay for an editor. They don't really care about the editing. They film the videos, they don't really care about the editing, but the thumbnail needs to be done by them. And most of the times they spend as much time with the thumbnail as with the video. It's as important as the video if you want to grow a channel. Okay, this is number one. Now let me see a couple more things here on your channel. I go here on the about. Look at this. I go here on the about. Where's your hashtags? There's no tags. Your channel need to have tags. Let me show you something. If I go on my channel now, youtube.com/Ricardo Lino, about, I have a long description, and doesn't it show here anymore? Because usually this show the tags of your channel right here. That is new. Okay, seems like I failed here, huh? Because usually you have tags for your channel. I don't know if you have tags for your channel, but that is important. It is important for you to have some. Like in your description, you could have some links. We're talking about branding. We're talking about growing as a whole. So if you have a Facebook account, if you have an Instagram account, try to have it all linked. Try to have it linked on your Facebook. Try to have it linked on your Instagram. Try to have a link on your Facebook. Because all these things actually are growing your brand. And then when you post one video in one place, you're going to end up showing it on the other place too. And you end up growing again as a brand and not just as a YouTube channel. Now, let me show you something. I don't know if you guys can see it here, but on top, this is the amount of views that I added the last 24 hours or 48 hours. But this thing, most of the people don't have it. It's called vidIQ. It's a plugin that you put on your videos. And basically, this plugin that you can put on your videos will basically give you a bullet list of things that you need to do while you are uploading a video. And usually, let me just check one of your videos. Also gives me a rating on one of your videos. Let me see. Here. Okay, so check the channel tags. You actually have some channel tags. And I was just not seeing them. You have the channel tags that you have are rollerblading, inline skate, and urban skating. They're good. You could maybe have something else that has the name of your channel on your tags, because this is something that when someone is looking for your channel, then it should be there, right? If your name is Aussie Inline Skater, why isn't Aussie Inline Skater here? Okay. In fact, your name is Inline Skater, so there should be another tag called Inline Skater. I know there's a maximum of tags that a lot of people say it's better to optimize your videos, but I wouldn't say 5 or 6 would be bad. Then let's go here. Check this. This is from the little plugin that I use. You seem like to not be using cards and end screens on this video. You know what the end screens are? In the end of my videos, you will see there's 2 videos popping up and a little logo with one of my logos that if you press on that, you will subscribe to your channel. That's very, very easy to do. And you don't seem to have that. Let me see in the end if you have that. Let me see how your video finishes. Boom, and it died. Okay, so this is I was just looking at this, check this. So basically your video goes here and then it just dies. Now, here's the thing. What YouTube wants people that go to your video and they stay on YouTube. And if they're gonna stay on YouTube, you want them to stay on your videos, because if they stay on your videos, then they stay a bigger amount of time watching your content, then YouTube is going to suggest your content more and more and more, and that's how you grow. That's one basic thing. Then, for people to stay on your videos, you can use those cards and you can use those end screens. The end screens is those things that I already said that usually show on top. In the end, let me show you one of my videos, just for you to have an idea of what I'm talking about. So, as an example, one last video that I've done, that could be here. So, sorry about this. Okay. In the end of the videos, check what happened in my videos. You see these things? 1, 2. These are 2 end screens. One of them is the best video for you, and the other one, no, this is the best video for you, and this is the last video that I uploaded. And then there's this little logo. If you press on that logo, you're automatically subscribing. Okay? These things are very, very important for people to stay on your content. Second thing, the end screens. The end screens are things that while you're watching the video, you'll see there will be something popping up on top. Those things are the cards. And if you press on those, check what happens. These are other suggestions of videos that you can actually watch from my content. And these make people, sometimes people are bored through the video, or they find something that it's more interesting for them than what I'm actually showing in my videos. And that it's very, very important for your channel to grow. Okay? I'm gonna go back to your channel and I'm gonna see if I find a couple more things, but we already spoke about the thumbnails, the titles, and now I'm gonna also check what you have in the descriptions of your videos and all that stuff. Check this. Your description is usually, it's very, very short. In your description, you want to have usually a longer description that talks. Think about this as the synopsis of a book. When someone wants to buy a book, they go to either the first or the last or the back cover, and they read a little bit of like a resume of what happens. You don't always need to make a resume, but you need to somehow present your video. Okay, this is obviously the optimal way to optimize a video as someone who's starting to grow a YouTube channel. Obviously, if you're already big, like if Casey Neistat does a video, it doesn't need to put anything. If he makes a video saying don't watch it and don't put anything else, and he's gonna have millions of views because people feel intrigued about it. But for someone starting, that's one of those things that you need to do. Also, this is very important. Your title also needs to somehow be in the description and also needs to be in your hashtags. This needs to be here and in your video tags. And the reason why that is important is because you're telling YouTube that your video is really about that. And if your video is really about that, if someone is searching for that topic, then your video is going to be suggested. Now, if you have different things saying on the title, on the description, and on the tags, very hardly your video will show up. Okay? This is another thing that it's usually very important. Now, if I go here, it says the description is quite okay. They don't really say anything wrong about your description, but check this. Your SEO, your search engine optimization for these for your video, which is, it's not the best video. Let me look for the video with the best views. Let me look at the most popular video. Okay, here. Check. You have a SEO rank here of 10.4 on a scale that go all the way up to 100. And it says that your tag count, you don't have enough tags. I'm just talking about the video that has the most views. The keywords in the description are not enough, meaning that the description doesn't really say exactly what the video is all about. The tags volume, you don't have tags enough too. The keywords in the title are not enough, and the triple keywords, which is having the title in the description and in the tags, are also not there. These 5 things will make your video be a lot more searchable. Now let me show you as an example. I'm not saying that my videos are 100%, but I'm gonna show you the most popular. I have a video here that has 411,000. And on that video, let's see. It's 56.2 from 1 to 100. But if you go down, you will see that the tag count is 5, the keywords in the description is 5, the tag volume is 2. Maybe I have too many tags, see? I have too many tags here, and the tags, there's also something else that you can do on the tags, but I will tell you later. And then the keywords in title is 5 and triple keywords 5. I'm sorry that I'm getting a little bit too deep into this, but this is something that makes a huge difference. Someone is saying Thiago is a good channel. Sorry that I'm not reading all of them, but yeah, Thiago does a lot of this stuff. I was actually having a conversation with Thiago yesterday about some of this stuff, because sometimes I talk with Thiago. And this is one of the things, like if you're spending, think about it, this is for everyone who's making videos and try to grow a YouTube channel. You guys are spending so much time filming and editing the videos. And then this is not the case for the Aussie inline skater. Sorry, what's your name? Because let me just see if you have it here. Because I'm calling you Aussie inline skater, but you have a name. Sorry. Okay, there is another thing. Aussie inline skater. I understand if you don't want to put your name in it. Because see, here there is no name anywhere. And that would be something that is good too. If you have people want to associate that with someone, with the name, and you will see more and more people are starting to. I'm going to give you 3 good examples. Pinto Pony Productions. You will see that Bill is not calling in his channel anymore Pinto Pony Productions. Pinto Pony Productions, yes, might be the name of his production company, but it's Bill Stopper, and we all knew him as Bill, and he is Bill, and now his channel is called Bill Stopper Inline Skating, something like that. And Thiago has been always Thiago Inline Skater. His name is there. Now there is Shop Task, but even in Shop Task you will always see, my name is Sean. And yes, it's his shop, so it makes sense. It's his own brand. So it's very important that you always give a little bit of a face behind that, if that makes sense to you guys. Martin is saying SEO pro. Man, Martin, that's exactly, like, it's not about being pro, but that's what I was talking about right now. Think about it this way. You spend all this time editing the videos, and then it's not the case with Aussie Inline Skater, but then you put like a shitty title, a shitty thumbnail, and you don't really care about the description. Your video doesn't have views, and sometimes it's projects that took so long to film. It just makes no sense. If you're spending that amount of time filming something, just spend a little bit more. Spend a little bit more, and you will you'll be happy with the result. I'm just looking at it. You guys are watching this. Check this out. Boom. Subscribing to Peppa Pig Official. It's my daughter. Now let me see what else we got here. Let me see what Aussie Inline Skater said. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, Ricardo. Solid advice, man. We could, if you want, later, just get back to me and we can go a little bit more through these things, because the best is if you started and then you will see results. And then you need to start looking at the analytics, and it's a lot more than that. But I guess you understand the basic concepts. I think if you start doing those things, it's going to make a huge difference. Now, let me see what else we got here. Okay, I got Drew saying, I'm from the UK. Drew, in the UK, we actually have a distributor for the micro skates. So send me a message on Instagram. I'll forward you his contact. And I know that they're going to be selling on Slick Wheelies once this whole virus thing is gone. So get back to me about it. Please do a video tutorial on your YouTube program. It's just a plugin, man. It's called vidIQ, and it's actually simple to use. There was a time that I was paying for not the pro version, but something that it's actually paid. I was paying like $10 a month, and with those $10, they were suggesting me like hashtags that would actually bring my videos a little bit higher, because those hashtags would make my videos be easier to find and would also allow me to translate the description of my videos. I found out that the description wasn't always right, but at that time I was trying something I was trying to have the description and the title of the video in more than 20 languages. And I had a goal for that, which is like, imagine if you are in Denmark, or if you are in Poland, or if you're in Russia or in Greece, if you write inline skates, my videos would show up. And that was an experience that I was trying, and I think it actually resulted. But nowadays I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, David is saying something which is very important. Don't know if it really matters. Okay, you guys actually need to see. Let's see David content. David is a musician. He's actually a friend of mine. He's a musician. He's an amazing musician, and his channel is growing up. He has a channel that has over 3,000. I think it's over 3,000 now. And David Pissarra. He's a professional musician, and for him, see, David is the perfect example of what I was saying, because he lives from his heart, and his heart is music. And being able, especially now with everyone staying at home, this is very, very important. And I remember I spoke with David like last month, and he was on 2 something, so that means that his channel is growing. But with everyone staying at home, he's taking advantage of it. He's doing a lot of live streams and all that, and that's very important. So if someone wants to start a YouTube channel or wants to start investing time on Instagram, more than ever, you're gonna have competition now. But it's better to start now with competition than tomorrow. That's exactly how it is. Better now, even if there's a lot of competition, than tomorrow. You never know. Let's go through the vids. I see that the vid is starting to get like, you look at his last videos and see all his last videos, they have like, for me, they have like a very, very appealing thumbnail. Check this out. Sorry, I was talking and not showing. So the vid has 3,100 subscribers, and these are all like looking better. This one, in my opinion, it's not as readable. It's not as readable. The one that I like the most has less views, maybe. No, but this one is, you can read these easier than this, just in my opinion. But of course that has to do with opinions. But let me open it and let's just go through one of these. Basically what David was asking is, if someone makes content in a certain language, would I stick with one language, or go with both languages, because David is Portuguese and he sings a lot in English and in Portuguese. Man, for you, because it's music, I would stay with the same channel for both. And I wouldn't tell anyone else basically to do what I'm doing right now. What I started doing is I have my own Portuguese channel. And I have a Portuguese channel because it's a different type of content. My Portuguese channel, basically, I try to do like tutorials, and I try to do some podcasts, and it wouldn't make any sense for me to put like a 2-hour conversation in Portuguese in an English channel. Okay? But when it's music, I would actually keep going that way. And if you have any other languages, you could even make that a thing of like speaking more languages in the same channel. Or, I don't know if you guys ever seen, there's this guy that is sponsored by GoPro. He's a surfer and he can't speak. He doesn't speak. So, é mudo, David. So, I think it's about the way that you're communicating. So if you're communicating with music, it's different because you're not really talking to people, interacting with them differently. A lot of times it's the sounds interacting with the people and your expressions. That's very important. Now, something that I would do with David's channel is, I actually really like that, but of course it's not up to me to say what's good or not, but try to make it more consistent. This is something that a lot of people don't do. They post something and then it's a video from last year, I can't do anything. Sometimes you can. You might have a video that you have done 1 year ago, but you can still go to the video that you did 1 year ago and you can still change the thumbnail, and it's kind of like a clean cut to that video. You don't need to upload it again. You go on that video, you change the thumbnail, usually you don't want to change the title, but if you need, you can change the title. If you have a video that has 100 views or 50 views, go for it. Change the title. Try. Make the experience. It might work. Like, go again from the beginning. Like, show it on all your social medias and tell your friends to share it and all that. It's like a new push to the video, and you will see that makes a huge difference. Let me see right away. Let's just real fast here see, David is actually, I like what he did here. See, he has this presentation in both languages. The video has like English and Portuguese, which makes total sense because, again, like I said, he's doing stuff in 2 languages. Now, what David could also do is go through the videos that he has as most popular. And if that worked, of course, that was like a very long time ago. But let's see on his videos something that worked recently, most popular. And now let's see most popular from some recent times. They're mostly old. Okay. The most recent video. But I see that like when you had those videos with the thumbnail in black and white, it seemed to work. Yeah. You're gonna need to find what really works. Go maybe through the analytics, and it's the best. We can do it like with a little bit more time without doing this live. Let's just see what else I got here. Hey Ricardo, I used to skate 13 years ago and you and Thiago inspired me to start skating. I skated a few months ago and noticed I have a feeling for it. Do you think tri skates are fine for me? Oh, of course, man. Samir, where are you from, Samir? So I keep saying the same, like if skating is for everyone. It's for my daughter that is 2.5 years old. It's for me now. It's going to be for me when I'm 70. Of course, you adapt what you do on skates and the skates that you use to what you want to do. Now, tri skates can actually be very good for a ice skater. You probably don't want to go like with the biggest wheels, but usually the ice skates are very maneuverable, and going for a short wheelbase can actually be something that you're gonna enjoy, like going for a 3-110 or 3-100, or maybe even go lower to the ground on a skate that allows you to make it rockable, or like a slalom frame. You're gonna probably enjoy that because it's gonna be very, very similar to ice skate. But anyway, thank you so much. The reason why you said you started skating or you got back to skating, for me, that's the main reason why I do these videos. Okay, hey Ricardo, only just started YouTube 2 weeks ago. Any feedback? Let's see. Luis Yoxel. I like it. See that you have like the whole brand going on, the whole branding going on. Let me just see. For someone, and you have like almost 100 subscribers. Try to push it, because once you got to 100 subscribers, this is important for all of you with YouTube. Once you guys got to 100 subscribers, you will be able to have your own URL. You can change the URL to youtube.com/my name, whatever. Mine is youtube.com/Ricardo Lino, but you could just change it for youtube.com/Luis Yoxel, something like that, and that is going to make a huge difference. Let me just see now. Home, play all. Why isn't this? Let me see. Let me subscribe to your channel. I don't understand one thing with your channel. I might be doing something wrong here. Give me a second. Luis. I go on Luis. Home. I think you should be showing a lot more here on top. I don't know. I seriously don't know why it's not showing more. You only have, check. On every other channel, if you go on my channel, like I went through all the other guys' channels, check here. Home, videos, playlists, community, store, channel, blah, blah. Where is that? Okay, that's missing here. You want to have all your stuff there. That's going to make a difference. And again, the most important thing I would say, be consistent. Be consistent with your thumbnails. Keep going. Like the last two seem to be something. Maybe you could have the first looking the same so that it's going to start looking like something. Like imagine if I'm going to show you playlists on mine. If I'm going to show you April 2020. Come on. I'm going to go here. Videos. You will see some videos that shouldn't be here, but like you see these videos, when you see the videos, you see all these colors, and you will know that those videos are mine. And that's, yes, even if it's not always the same color, you'll see all those colors and you will associate them with my videos. Like it or not, it can be for the good and the bad, because some people might not like what I do, and I respect that, but it is what it is. So for Luis, I would say that like maybe just keep them all the same. Let me just see one of them. Let me go through one of them and see what you're doing here. Check this. This is important, Luis. Old clips and past skate setups. You don't have anything saying that this is a... I know that a lot of people call it rollerblading. Some people call it inline skating. You're starting a channel. YouTube and people still don't know what your channel is about. That needs to be somewhere here. You say skate. Skate can be a lot of times confused with skateboarding. Even here, you don't have anything relating it to inline skating or rollerblading. You have it on the tags, but it's not here. Okay? You want it to be on the title. You want it to be on the description. And again, whatever it's on the title should be in the description and in the tags. Start by doing these things, and I think it's gonna help for sure. Try to get to 100 subscribers. Speak with your friends. Share it on Instagram, YouTube, whatever, on Facebooks, whatever you can. but try to get to 100, because then you have your personal URL. Then your brand is going to be a little bit better, because if you put it on YouTube, it's going to look a lot better if you have youtube.com/Louise than a weird website. You know, these things will make a difference. Okay, let's go back. Let's see what I was looking. How many people do we have watching? Let's see. Sorry, guys. I have like a weird setup here going on. 50 people watching. Hey, what's up? I'm Dusty. Was when, man, I won't forget, like when we did the Winter Clash live stream, he was one of the guys always there. He even helped us with the chats. That was cool. Thank you so much, man. Okay, let's see. Adam. Hi, Ricardo. You were going to review the power slide next. You were going to do a review on the power slide next and skate him for the next 30 days, but you never do that video. Yeah, I did a video about the power slide next. I did not make the video. I did not skate them for 30 days straight. And I'm going to be 300% honest here. I didn't skate those skates for 30 days, and I didn't make the review of those skates only. I ended up making later, in a later stage, I ended up making videos about the power slide next when I got the production model, because the one that I had at first was still a sample and it wasn't reinforced in the right places and it broke. And yes, I was working with power slide, but even if I wasn't, I usually, if I break a skate, there's two ways to do it. I can actually tell you guys I just broke the skate, but at the same time, if it's a sample, it would be not good for any brand, and I wouldn't just break some sample and post it. I would speak with the company first and see what they have to say. I think it's very important. Like, we are a very small industry to go and try to burn anyone, and I try to not do that. That doesn't mean that I'm not honest with something. If there's a product that comes and if I don't like it, a lot of times with wheels, I'm like the first one to say they're too slippery, they break too easy, they're slow. I'm the first one to say it if I'm testing the production product. But if I'm testing like a sample, and if the sample breaks, it's not fair for any company. Okay, Samir. Let's see more. Nathan Bowen. Any thoughts on the Rain V3 and heel lock? First, heel lock set of A and basics. Slightly too much heel lift on my skate with the V3. Let me tell you something. I do have the V3s, and right now, if I'm not mistaken, they are inside my reaches, but I haven't skated the reaches with the V3s. But they do have a little bit of silicone in the back. That is weird. So I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, but I can try it. I can actually, I should be making a video soon for my Sunday video for the giveaway of the USD Space. And I'm gonna try that. I'll let you know. No way. Stop everything. There's this guy watching the video right now, Duff Loza. I think, Duff, if I'm saying the name wrong, please correct me. I need to look something. Let me see if I find something. This is the most stylish skater ever. Let me see this. Sorry, man. Let's see. This is from 20. Let me see. Okay. He's a fashion designer, but I want to show something else from skating. Let's just see these from 10 years ago from Mr. Duff. You guys need to watch this with me. Sorry, man. In the 90s, this guy was... I used to watch this magazine from Paris called Roller Mag, and even on Crazy Roller, and he was always in those mags. And the first time I went to Paris, I was like crazy about his skating and just way too good. Style. right there. So good. And this is from 2011 when I used to be like a huge fan. We're talking about 96, 97. So stylish. You still skating that? You still skating that much stuff? Look at that. So stylish. Wow. And this was made by Greg. You guys might know Greg Miseria. Greg makes most of the content from Rollerblade. He is an amazing, obviously you guys might know, an amazing urban skater. There's even like a couple of skates from Rollerblade with the GM, Greg Miseria. He is amazing. So let's see what we got here. Let's keep going. Sergey. Hi, Ricardo. Hi, Sergey. Simon, I watch your video all day today. Wow. What was your favorite video? Please let me know what was your favorite video. Dylan Davis. Let's see. Let me see who's this Dylan Davis. No way. I can't believe that this is the Dylan Davis that I'm talking about. Let me see. Can't be. Dylan Davis. How can I find this Dylan Davis? Dylan, please send me a link because I can't find. I write Dylan Davis, but it doesn't show up on. Because I'm a huge fan of Dylan Davis skating. The Dylan Davis from the Asian crew. Okay, what else? Let me see if there's any other channel. Probably should know that Lino rides bike too. I do ride bikes too. It is true. Let's see. Let me go up in the comments. CB Coimbra Skate Crew. Grande abraço de Portugal. Espero que esteja tudo bem por aí. Stay safe. Stay safe, everyone. By the way, where are you guys? Just let me know. Where are you guys watching these videos from? Because some of the people that are here I do know, some of the people I don't, so it would be cool. You forgot about us? How did I forget about someone? What? Dylan is saying not the epic guy. Man, it doesn't matter. You're epic. You're watching this. I was just asking because let me show everyone who Dylan Davis is. Asian crew. While we're here, CB Castelo Branco não é Coimbra. Ah, okay. Let's see the Dylan. Serbia, Peru, London, Frankfurt, Northern Bay Area. Yes. Boa noite, Lino. Brazil. Dylan Davis from South Africa. Yeah, here it's 46 minutes past 12, so let's see. Why am I watching one of my videos? I don't want to watch that. From Canada. Chicago. Chicago is amazing. Now, let's see the Dylan Davis part that I was actually telling you guys. This is from 2009. I haven't seen this one. Dove Paris. Watching this without sound. This is something else that we're going to talk about, the sound. So here's the thing. I usually try to never use music that I don't have the rights for it. And there is a reason for that. Obviously, if you're monetizing your channel, I'm going to talk about it after this video because it doesn't make sense that I'm talking while we're watching Dylan skating. Even if it's an old one, is amazing. It's going to be an old, long one. Okay, so let me go here. So what I was saying is, it actually makes no sense that, especially when you're trying to grow something, you obviously a lot of times try to monetize your YouTube channels. Now, if you put some music that you don't own the copyrights, your any revenue that is going to come from that video, it's usually going for the artist, for the music artist, because you are using his music without having the rights for that music. And that's most of the times that don't even affect your video that much. It doesn't affect that much because basically YouTube is still making the money, and the money is just basically what you should know is that when a video is monetized, 45% goes to YouTube, 55% goes to you. It's not that much. It's not that much. But the problem comes when you make a video that has more than one music from more than one creator. Example, when I make a live stream, I usually try to not use the music playing. I try to use the microphones that isolate the sound from the event because none of the music I have the rights for. And what happens there is, because there's multiple artists that can get a little bit of revenue from that video, because I'm not going to get any revenue if I don't own the music. So they're gonna start fighting, basically something that you don't see, but it's in the background happening. Like the labels, the label companies, they start fighting with each other to see who gets what, and then in the end, it's even a lot less for YouTube. So YouTube tends to not suggest those videos as much. Now, if you're having a tremendous amount of work to make videos so that more people can watch, and then because you don't own the musics, they don't end up being shown, I guess you prefer to invest a little bit more in finding music that you like and all that. So what I do for that is I use this. Let me show you what I do for music. I go, oh no, art list. I use this thing called art list, which I created an account, and basically I pay for music. And here I can choose the music that I want. And when I get the music, I even get like the license to use it. And I need to pay monthly for that. But by paying for that music, I never ever have problems again. So that makes a huge difference. Let's see what else is happening here on the chat. What's the best customization of the USD AN 19? It depends, man. I guess for me, when I had my AN 19s, what I did was I put in some extra sole plates, not because they're slow and they're new, because when they're new, they're actually quite cool, but once they start getting a little bit older, they'll get a little bit slower with the soles. So I put some extra soles. And I felt that on the AN's 19s, I had a little bit of a problem with the straps. They were always coming loose. So the 45-degree strap on such a low skate, I didn't felt like I needed it. And on top, I put it a buckle. That was a very simple customization. I would just do that. Just put a buckle on top instead of the strap, and take the 45-degree strap. That would be for me. City Hopper World is one I enjoy. You have to remember Lino. It was epic. Let me see what he's talking about. Yes. CB Skate Crew, Castelo Branco Skate Crew. Yes. He's just talking about so about 6 years ago, I lived in an area of Portugal called Castelo Branco. It was more, it was like 7 or maybe even 8 years ago. Huh? And I was there living for almost 3 months to build a skate park, and I was riding my bike a lot more back then, and I was riding the bike every day. I used to build the park every single day till like 5, and then from 5 till 8, and even early in the morning I would ride my bike. I was about Okay, let's see. Hi, Ricardo. I'm 35 from Costa Rica. I started skating 3 months ago and I'm becoming addicted. I don't know why I didn't start earlier. You're a big inspiration. Thank you for your videos. Thank you, man. It's never ever too late to start. Again, it doesn't matter what you're gonna be doing on skates. As long as you enjoy it, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find the right path. Like, some people go through ramps, some people just skate straight, some people love hockey, some people love skating in the desert. There's actually one guy that I want to show you guys. I need to find him. Skating in Namibia. Let me show you. You're gonna love it. Skating in Namibia. Desert. What's his name? I don't remember. So basically, inline skating. What's his name? Bundu Boots. Okay, you guys need to see this. Basically, I skated these skates. His name is Sheldon, and Sheldon is from what's the name of that? Some bay in Namibia. Let me see if I don't want to say anything wrong, man. It's I don't remember the name of that place. It's a bay area in Namibia, and basically Namibia is known for having like a huge desert and a lot of that desert with hard sand. So Sheldon makes his own skates, and to skate in the desert, as you can't imagine, he doesn't skate with normal wheels. You need to skate with inflatable wheels. But this will be some off-road skating like you've never seen, because Sheldon is just different. Basically, the boot, it's not a regular boot. It just builds a skeleton made out of metal, and then he puts his leather boots inside. Let's see if this is the video. Yeah, this is one of them. Check that. And this is actually a different setup, because here he's using some leather boots. Let me just put it from the beginning. You guys can't see it now. Check this out. It's quite different. So this guy basically, Sheldon, what he does is, let me just go back here. He makes his own skates, and he actually had a TV show happening in Namibia where he was going with his skates, going through different areas and talk with people and all that stuff. Let me see. I know that he has a lot more videos, including the ones that I told you guys with the different skates, but I can't find him here. He actually went to the shop, to Lino skate shop in South Africa a couple of years ago. Calling all the kids over, watching, please click the like button. Thank you, man. If you guys, whatever, all the engagement that you guys can have with these videos will help. Let's see what else we have here. And I don't even know how many people I have with these now with us. Yeah, we have like, wow, we have 59 people watching. Guys, I think from what I wanted to do today, I wanted to talk a little bit about a certain amount of things that I actually did. I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't really know. I might have got lost a little bit halfway through, but it was, the whole idea was to give a little bit of an insight of what I do with this YouTube thing and how I try to connect my social media accounts. And again, this is how I started this video. And read this and tell me what you think. I was watching a video the other day, and this is something that showed up in the video, and it does make sense. We are the CEOs of our own companies. Me, Hink. It is the truth. it's not about the whole me trying to be better and show, look at me, but growing your brand in no matter what you do, it's important for whatever you do. So that was basically the message that I wanted to send with this video. And if there's anything that I can help you guys, yes, I've been super busy with 2 kids and work and YouTube and whatever. But if there is anything that I can help, I'm willing to help. It's sometimes not as easy to control my time, but I'm here. My whole goal is always the same. I keep saying the same. I want to make more people being able to skate and more people that are doing skate content, to get their content to be seen by more people, because it's not competition for me at all. Like, if Martin is doing videos, I know that Martin invests a lot in his YouTube channel. If Martin is doing videos, if now I know that Kaleo from Brazil does videos too. I actually had a conversation with him 2 days ago because he's now starting to invest a lot more in his YouTube channel. I had also like a conversation today with Jason Adriani from Italy and about a YouTube channel. Like, I try to help as much people as I can. It's not about you being pro or not. I don't, sorry the expression, but I don't give a flying F. It's about promoting skating. If you have the passion that I spoke in this video, if you're persistent and if you're willing to work hard, man, you got this. And again, it's better to start now, today, than wait for tomorrow. It's like, yes, it's a lot more people now than when I started, and that was like 3 years ago. But if you start tomorrow, there will be more people than today. So the time is now. I guess that's it. Ricardo, please answer my question. Need your suggestion. Let me see. Can you please remind me the question? I'm sorry. I might have lost the question up. Sorry. Can you please write the question again, Sergey? First video I watched was when you've been in New York, but today we went for a downhill session in Cape Town. They were with Mo. That was cool. I invest more time in SEO stuff than in filming. Man, Martin, what you're saying, it might seem stupid, but it makes so much sense. I'm pretty sure, like, by the amount of, like, by the millions of followers that guy has, this is something that I actually didn't speak in this thing, and I totally forgot in here. But one of the best advices that I can give you guys, it's invest. Invest. And invest is not always money. It's time. It's persistence. And again, it's also investing. If you start making a little bit of money, a little bit of cash, you can choose to pocket it, even if it's 10 euros, 15 euros, 20 euros, or you can choose to, I made 10, I'm going to use those 10 to travel. I make 20, I'm going to use those 20 to travel. And I can tell you that I'm pretty open to say that last month, I never actually thought that I was able, but last month I made 1,000 euros with YouTube. Yeah. It was the first time, and it was a once-off. And that happened because of a lot of the people that did the super chats at the Winter Clash. And people might think, yeah, but that's good, like 1,000 euros. Like, dude, for the amount of time. And then what you guys don't even know a lot of times, it's the amount of money that you need to put into buying the gear to make something like that live stream. Like, just, how can I show you? I can't really show, but like, if I show this thing here, this thing costs like, it's the thing that allows me to do this. It's a switcher. That thing cost me 300 euros. Then the internet encoder cost me 600. Then the cameras, then the microphones, then whatever. You're gonna end up spending a lot more money than that. It's about investing, but it's the reason why you're doing it. I guess that's it. Yes, you can always go one step more. That is it. If you have the passion for it. Okay, let me see. Sergey, please, what is the question? Can you just say before? Okay, it's here. I want to buy the Zoom or Kaze or Next 110. Zoom, Kaze, or Next. Are they good for narrow leg? Thank you. Okay. From those three models that you said, the Zoom, it's a normal fit. It's not too wide, it's not too slim. The Kaze is a bit tighter. And the Next is the one that has the wider toe area. The Next will give you a little bit of room for your toes. So if you have a narrow leg, a narrow foot, it might be a bit too wide. But again, I don't know what size you are. Then the Kaze, think about it. The Kaze is it's a plastic shell, and then it has all the foam on the inside, and somehow it's a bit tighter. Just as an example, I'm usually a size 43. Most of the micro skates I'm able to downsize to 42. On the Kaze, the 43 was a little bit too tight on the toe area, and I had to go 43, which in US size would be, I'm usually a US 10, and I had to go for US 11. Okay, I hope this helps. On the Zooms, I'm true to size. I'm a 43 and it feels good. It's not too wide. On the Next, on a 43, I felt a little bit too much space in front. I never went 42, but maybe I could. I'm trying to add a tri-skate frame to my FR80s. Do you have any recommendations? It depends on what you want, man. There's a couple of different options. I can show you something, which is a company that I work with, so I might be kind of biased, but whatever. Oops, you just saw my camera in the back. Okay, so this is, I'm actually quite proud because this was by me. This is a micro frame, a tri-skate frame. This is a micro fire frame. And here in front it says, can't be ignored. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can't be ignored. There's the micro tri-skate frame lettering here. And when you open it, this is a 3x110. And it's probably one of the lowest frames that you have. I know that they fit with Seba skates because these things are made I test them in skates that are made in the exact same factory as Seba, which are the micro skates. So they do fit the same skate. They do fit on both. And the screws that they come with, I don't know if the FR80s come with the wider ones or the slim ones, but these ones come with the wide screws. So that's a cool frame. In my opinion, it's one of the lowest frames in the market. I don't know your level of skating. I don't know for how long you've been skating. I don't know the size of your foot. So I won't tell you to go 125 or 100. It depends. I keep saying the same. Depending on the size of your foot, on how tall you are, I'll tell it to go 125 or 100. It's not really about, I like 125 or whatever. It's think about it. If you're this tall and if you have a foot this size, you're going to fall forwards or backwards. But also if you're this tall and if you have a foot this wide, then you can't move. So it's all about like finding the right frame for you. Just like the surfers need to find the right board for the right waves. What is your favorite type of skating? I'm Dusty. That's... Dude... It depends on the day. You know, like if the woman that have that time of the month, I'm a little bit like that. Now I go through phases. As an example, I haven't been quad skating for a long period of time, and I do love quad skating. But with this whole YouTube thing and trying to make content and at the same time working with inline skating brand, and it's been a bit too hectic, and I didn't find the time to roller skate as much because I somehow sometimes end up prioritizing something that I know I'm going to have a good time right away. Not saying that quad skating I'm not going to, it's just if I don't do it for a month, the first 10 minutes I'm gonna need to adjust. But if I only have 20 or 30 minutes to skate, I don't want to spend those 20 or 30 minutes just to adjust. So it's a bit of a thing. Martin, good night. I need to go sleep too. It's 1 a.m. and I still need to give the... I still need to change some nappies. Cheers. Let's see. I'll let Ricardo. Let's see what else. Man, I don't know what's happening with these comments. I think I'm not reading all of them. I'm trying to add a tri-skate. I was on on Instagram asking for the Delta F sizing. I was the one on Instagram asking for the micro Delta F sizing. And you are in Peru, right? I think there's a shop in Peru since this week or this month selling the skates, and they have the Delta Fs. Again, you know it, and the sizing, it really depends. For me, I was able to downsize and they fit perfect. And all the team riders from Micro, everyone that I have a closer connection, I actually told them what size they should go after like a little bit of a conversation. All of them that I know actually were able to downsize with the Delta Fs. And with me, it works perfect. Can't really complain. But I'm the one that likes to have the skates at first a bit snug, because I know that usually the foams on the inside, they tend to get a bit slimmer, so it tends to get a little bit more comfortable, especially if it's a heat moldable skate. But that's me, and I'm not gonna tell everyone to do the same as me. Cheapest option is getting the Power Slide Mega Cruiser frame pack, but those frames are way less cool than Lino's. It's different. I wouldn't say, like, you know what, let me show you my first ever tri-skate video that I was skating with those frames. It's called 3x3 South Africa. I don't know if you guys ever watched these. This was done by my friend Greg. And I was skating the Mega Cruiser frames, and I actually really enjoyed them. Let's watch this together. I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but this is me with the Mega Cruisers, the first ones on the Imperials, and this was basically my first month skating with big wheels. The three of us, me, this is Greg Fraser here. This is me. This is Greg, and then this is Earl Abrams. We were all skating the Mega Cruiser frames. This was probably the first 125 urban skate on the market. So I was still doing a lot of tricks that would come from aggressive skating or something. None of us was really into slides yet. That's when I first started discovering a little bit more of the slides. I think I did a couple of slides, but it was all very new. See, I did a couple slides here. That was cool. But still, it's very aggressive skating based video. It was all filmed in Cape Town. Earl is like a ninja. This guy is a real ninja skating. But the three of us have a completely different style of skating. I think I did a slide now soon. Now this is Earl, the ninja. Then you have the super create. This is me doing some of my first slides. And this was us. This is crazy, this spot. This is just check that. A velodrome, and we were able to skate it. Don't ask me how. We even had lights. It's crazy. South Africa. I actually really, really miss South Africa. This is Greg Fraser. Oh, check this out. That's a cool one. Back Savannah. I was very aggressive skating based. I told you. Some more slides. Negative fish brain. This was actually one of the first places that I did these slides that Earl did now. Easy. So for anyone asking about the Mega Cruiser frames, the Mega Cruiser frames can be a good option. It's just it's not the most, how can I say, it's not a very stiff frame. Basically it's just folded aluminum, and it's like imagine there's like a big shield of a big piece of aluminum that it's folded, and on top it has the mounting on the boot. For 125s might be a little bit soft, but again, man, what I can say, if none of us broke the skates doing these that you just saw, well, the worst problem that it had was actually the worst problem that we had with that was the bolts, but I think Powerslide corrected it. But again, this is a 125 option, and if you're not a tall guy or if you have like a tiny foot, don't go 125. You're not gonna have the best experience because the edging, and again, it also depends on your level of skating. If you're just starting going to 125, the edging is going to be harder on 125s. So it all depends a little bit. If I can help you, maybe send me a DM or something like that. Or maybe now if you tell me the size of your foot or something and we can actually see it. What's the name of the shop? I think it's Ala Kufe Import. Something like that. I don't want to say anything wrong, but I think I actually posted something on the micro stories today, Seb. So please check that. If not, send me a DM and I'll see. They are recent frames. They bent. That was only. They are decent frames. They bent on me. I was 62 kgs at a time. Man, I'm 90 and I never bent one. So I don't know. It could have been the way that we skated, or you might have kicked something. I don't know. I'm no one to tell you what you did wrong or right. So you are a size 43, just like me, but you come from an 80 millimeter skate, right? You have a frame which is a 243 at the moment. Maybe you can go 120. You can go 125. Like if you just want to try bigger wheels and you don't want a huge difference. If you go 3 times 110, most of the times the 3 times 110 are the 3 times 110 are 243 millimeters, meaning that you're not going to feel a lot different from the 4 times 80 lengthwise, but you're going to feel a little bit taller. The edging is going to be a bit different. And with time, they're going to start getting a bit more maneuverable because the front and the back wheel will start getting used and the middle wheel will work as a pivot point a bit more. But that also happens with the 4 wheels. It's just going to be a little bit of a different feel. Now, they can roll a little bit smoother sometimes. Depends on where you're going to be skating. I used to think that if it was a rough surface, having bigger wheels would be smoother than smaller wheels. But getting to skate the downhill frames 5 times 90s, I actually feel more wheels are smoother than bigger wheels. So it's just a different way. They're gonna feel a bit different. They feel lighter because of 3 wheels are lighter than 4. Even if the wheels are bigger, but then you have less bearings. The bearings are metal, so you're gonna end up being a bit lighter. Ricardo liked one of my stuff on TikTok. I'm blessed. Are you guys? That's something that we didn't spoke today. And when I spoke about branding, I spoke about being consistent and try to be present on as many social media platforms as you can. Obviously, you have a life. So you can't stay on the phone and you can't stay on computers and out of the real life to be on social media. But if you create content, sometimes if you make a picture, a little clip that you post as a story on your Instagram, you can also use the same clip and make it something funny for TikTok. And it's going to be completely different audiences, and that it's good depending on what you do, but that can be good for your branding. I've been trying to learn a little bit more about TikTok, and I see that there's a lot more brands, not people. Brands, not me Inc. CEOs, but like real brands like Red Bulls and Powerslide, Micro. They're all on TikTok now. It's important because that's where the youngsters are, and brands need to be present where the possible clients are. So it's the same for you. If you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, having a little clip on TikTok that will make people think, yeah, that's cool, let me see what else they have, and then they press on the button, they go to your Instagram or to your YouTube. It's another way to call people to what you do. Again, connecting all the dots to make a stronger brand. Thinking about getting my first really big tries. Been skating aggressive, 72s is my biggest for 5 years. I've got 9 UK and I'm 182. That's basically, you're the same size as me, as tall as me. It depends on the boot you're gonna have. It's, again, there's always things, man. As an example, if I'm skating with those things right there, that's a carbon boot with a carbon cuff. On a carbon boot with a carbon cuff, I feel very comfortable with the 125. I did also feel very comfortable skating a 125 on the Powerslide Imperial because it's actually a snug boot. It's tall enough. It felt very good. There are other boots on the market that there might not be as good for 125. Example, I do love the Powerslide Kaze, but I never felt the Kaze for me with 125 worked as good. But as a 4x80, even 3x110 was good. Another skate, for me, this is personal opinion, the next 125 didn't work as good for me as the 4x90 or the 4x80. So it always depends on the person and on what you want to do. Always think that having a taller frame will take more time for the edging. So it's kind of like surfing. One is having the quick surfboard, the other one is having the longboard. But if you learn how to use the longboard, you can be actually very, very good. Another good example of that, it's a very good example of that, it's the video that we're gonna watch right now, which is my favorite skater of all time in big wheels. Okay, so you guys better be ready for this. I'm actually very proud of that because this video was done by me. So let's see. You guys ready for this? Anyone want to try to guess who the skater is? Before I put it on? You can try. I think on this one, let me check. I think on this one I can even put sound. Can I? Yeah, I can even put sound, but I can't put it too loud because my family is sleeping, so let me try to put some sound here. No, I can't put sound. Sorry. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and we're on. This is Min Lehammer, German guy living in Barcelona, and by far, I think I shouldn't be, like this is the best for you guys, right? Maybe I can go full. I'm scared of going full and you guys can't see it. Min is by far my favorite guy skating with 3x125, and you'll see the edging that I was talking about, the control that he has on those skates. It's amazing. There's my favorite part of this whole video was when he was just skating next to a taxi driver, and just, you'll see, I think it's still to come, it's now, you'll see just what he does in front of that car which is coming there in front. He's gonna check that car and check what he's gonna do. He's gonna just do a little drift, but just looks like he's on skis. Now, check this. Right in front of the car, looks like he's on skis. 3, 2, 1, now. That amount of control, I don't know of anyone else with that control on tri skates or any other type of skate. It's amazing. And if it looks good on video, in real life, it's a million times better. It's mean. It's just good. Wow. Can't even talk too much. Someone is asking if he uses the case. Now here he was using the Flying Eagle skates, the Flying Eagle drifts with Intuition liners, and for like 1 year he's been skating with the same skates as me, which is he's been skating with the same skates as that, which actually he has the same wheels. Let me show you the skates. Sorry, the frame just got like a little head banging. He's skating with these things. These are the Micro Delta Fs with some aluminum hub wheels that I'm going to be talking soon with the fireframe. He did have a problem with the fireframe. He had the first sample that we had, and the first sample was a little bit too slim, so he ended up having a problem with the frame. But that is it. Hammer time. Let's see what else we got here on the comments. Guys, I might need to go sleep. It's been almost 2 hours with this. He uses the Flying Eagle drifts with Intuition liners. Someone said, oh wow, I watched this video 10 times. Dude, I might have watched it. I think someone made the questions if I watch a lot of my videos, if I watch my videos a lot. I do, yeah, but the person that made me that question was asking me if I'm very picky about my stuff. I try. There was a time that I was a lot less. There was also a time that I was a lot more picky, but it was hard for me to find the balance. But if you're trying to consistently put content out there, you need to sometimes be able to be like, this is acceptable, this is not. It's like, this is not perfect. I know this is not perfect, but if I'm going to try to make it perfect, the amount of time that I'm going to spend to now do that change, it's not worth it. Okay? So sometimes you need to be a bit soft on that side and be like, okay, this can go and this can't go. But about watching my videos all the time, I'm not really that guy, like watching like my stuff all the time. I do watch it a lot of times to edit it. While they're editing, you put the headphones and you watch it over and over and over to see if it's in the right place. Obviously it depends on the video. Fábio Cristo do Brasil, manda oi para o Brasil. Brasil. Que horas são no Brasil, Fabrício? Fabrício Cristo. Que horas são no Brasil e de onde é que você é no Brasil? I was in Brazil in December 2018? No. 2017 already? Yes. I was in Brazil 2017 and that was amazing. I think it was, yeah, it was in 2017. I really enjoyed São Paulo a lot. I don't know if any of you guys that it's not from Brazil ever been there, but I think I've said it a couple times. I was there for 10 days and every single day that I was in São Paulo, I skated with a different crew. And none of the crews were like weaker than other. Like they were all like lots of guys all the time. It was crazy. The amount of skaters in São Paulo, it's amazing. So a huge shout out for Rolling Sports Brazil. the skate shop that took me there, and they are amazing. They make a scene over there that it's amazing. Amazing. Yeah, okay. See, Fabrizio at São Paulo. He's from São Paulo. So he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Currently, I have the FR80s. Your videos have inspired me to try aggressive. What you advise me as a decent pair of beginner aggressive skates? I've been asked this so many times. There's more than one, but there's this one pair of skates, the USDAN skates, that are usually a very good skate for everyone. It depends on the size, on how your foot shape is, but the USD skate, it's actually the USDAN, you cannot change the frame, which can be something that you might not like. And if you're a beginner, that can sometimes be something that you don't like, because you might be willing to try new frames and all that stuff. But at the same time, if you're willing to go for something that it's going to be a good skate, it's going to roll smooth, it comes with good components, good wheels, good liner, go for a USDA. And then the last skate that I really enjoyed, which is very affordable, was the Razor's Cult. I made a review like a month ago, and straight out of the box, it was a very, very good skate. I think for 200 euros, you can get a very good skate. Then there's others out there, man. You'll find some of the Rosis M12, the new US This Way, which is, I don't even know, I think you can get it for under 150. And it comes with like a good frame, the Kaiser Fluid 5, it's the newest one, and you can actually change the frame. So there's always there's a lot of skates out there that you can try. I would say most of the skates, if they are from any reliable brand, either like any company that you know, that you would see on a skate shop, you would be possible to change liners, frames, or whatever. So you'll be able to play around with that. Have you tried the DH350 frame? No, I didn't. And I didn't because it's a Trinity skate, and at the moment I haven't been skating a Trinity skate. I've been working on something which it's not like the 350, but it might have some similarities. It's not a 3 times with two different, like 110s and 125, but it might have some similarity, and might be coming. You might be seeing me skating a sample soon, but I didn't try the 350, the DH350 frame soon. I should actually speak with Powerslide. I could actually try it and maybe send the skates back after. That could be a good one. Maybe. Let's see what else we got here. I'm taking off, guys. Send some good vibes to become better. Where are you from, Luis D. Munoz? Spain? Hope I catch this again. Good night. The show's Blade. It reminds my games of Blade with Philip. I really need to finish this. Does Trinity mount really works, or it's promotion and marketing? Trinity mounting, of course there was a lot of marketing invested in it, but it does work. It does work. It's good. It is good. Think about it as a hockey frame. The hockey industry has been in it for so long. Why do they still use the rivets on the side? For some reason, a wider base is good. Having more connection points to the boot is good. Now, the only thing that I don't like that much yet, there is not enough frame offers, meaning that you can only get frames yet from Powerslide, and the boots are also only from Powerslide. So that's the only thing that I don't like that much. But about the way they skate, they do skate very good. Obviously depends on the frames, because there are also different types of Trinity frames. There's like 7000 aluminum series, and there's like the cheap casted one. So there's different frames for different goals, I would say. Forte abraço. Alex, for you, man. I'm French. I love you so much, man. Thank you guys so much for this. Let me see what I got here. I still have like 40 people watching. I really need to finish this. I hope you guys understand. It's right now 1:30. I've been doing this for 2 hours. And well, I might be doing more of this. If you guys enjoyed, what I can tell you is that please share this with your friends. Tell your friends. If you're not, this is something that it's happening. Let me try to show you something. I don't know if I can show you. I can't really show you. But if I go through the people that watch my videos, like last month I have 270,000 people watching my videos, 270,000 views. 65% of that people are not subscribing. It is what it is, and I'm pretty sure that most of the people watching these are subscribing, but usually subscribers on a channel are like authority to a channel. Basically, when you have more subscribers and if you're active in a channel, it's like telling YouTube you can suggest this to more people, and then you end up getting more people to see it. And the thing is, I really want more people to get into skating, so it is what it is. Okay, Melissa Chan, it's late here. What did you say? Sorry, you got. Sorry, since you got little ones. Have you checked out lots of kid skates? My 5-year-old been every day on his Rosses Orlando, and it's about to grow up on them. Any recommendations? Okay, Melissa. You can take it the way you want, and for everyone watching this, it's my job. I work for a company called Micro Skates. Micro is known for their scooters, and I started working with Micro to promote micro inline skates. I do work on product development, and I'm a marketing manager for that company. This company is specialized on kid skates. That's where their best stuff is. So let me show you this. It depends on what you want to do with your kids, but for sure, the Rosses Orlando is actually a very good skate. This is a different offer that you have. This is the micro skates. Here's the kid skates. I would say don't go for a skate that it's not hard boot. We have some here that it's not hard boot, like these and these and these, but I would go for a hard boot skate. So something like these, Discovery or this Infinite, these are hard boot skates, meaning that it's a plastic construction. And now, because they are a plastic construction, that means that inner boot, the liner, that liner is removable, meaning that you can actually wash it. And if your kid is skating all day, you might want to wash it every now and then. This is one of the things. Then also on these ones, the frames are removable, meaning that you can actually change the frame for something. If they start doing a different type of skating or something, you can always change it. That makes a difference. All these skates that I showed you come with aluminum frames. And then if you have a little bit more to invest, or if they are really serious about it, then you have something like this, which is a carbon skate. This is more expensive, but this is a carbon skate. So that will be like the top of the range from Micro. The skates, you'll find skates from like 100 up to 250 on those carbon skates, and I guess that's it. But again, the Orlando skates are good. You've been looking into the FR Juniors. The FR Juniors, some of them are similar to what we have here, but any of these companies, I would say FR, Seba, Micro, Rosses, K2, Rollerblade, all these non-brands, most of them have good kid skates. Obviously, it depends on what you want and what you can get from the price that you get. I don't know the price of the FR Juniors. I do know that these ones that I'm working with, I like them. Obviously, I work with them, so I might be kind of biased, but again, it is what it is. Can't enter the Microskates website. Why? Try this one. www.micro-skate.com. Try this. I hope I wrote it. It's right. Where are you staying, Melissa? Just so that I know. Thank you, Ricardo, for all you do. I'll be using a lot of the advices and learning how to skate. Thank you. So I've been the micro delta, it's the carbon skate. I can show you something that might make you like those skates more. There's a girl from Argentina, and you need to see this. Okay, so Instagram. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How you doing? Let me show you this. So Melissa, there is this girl from Argentina. Her name is Faustina. This one, she's with the Discovery skates, and then she has some clips here. This photo, she's using the deltas. And then I made this video today. I was actually the one making it, so I can actually even find the real clip probably on my computer. I can actually even play it here with sound and everything. Let me play it here. Let me see if I find it. I know that I have it here. Okay, I have it here. So let me just try to play it for us. Okay, this video was made today. Let me try to put a little bit of sound. Okay, let's see how this goes. Maybe it's too loud, but... Oh man, the mountains call my number. This is about the testing the skates and... I know the music is not too loud, but I got my family sleeping now, sorry. And that is it. I hope you enjoy it. Now, yes, kids are not, well, it depends. This is very important. It's up to us to help them having a good first experience. This happens a lot with a lot of kids, that the first time they try the skates, they can get hurt, and it doesn't matter. Usually they shouldn't get hurt, they shouldn't be scared, but it's if we don't give them the right advices, or if we don't help them having a good first experience, that might change completely if they want to skate or not. A good example that I can give you, it's my daughter. My daughter is like, she is young. She was 6 months, and of course she had a pair of skates. And I was never the guy trying to force her, but because I made it so easy, and because she could barely walk, and I was like, if you want, I can hold your hand. It was not the right time to do it. Okay, so that's me just not doing something right. But now we changed the tactic. What we did is we put the skates in a place of the room that she sees it very often. So every now and then, now she sees the skates are pink, and she's like, can I skate them? And then it's slowly she's the one asking for it. But again, when she skates, I always put the carpets on, and she just goes and walks on the carpet. This is very important, that we give them the right advice and help them to have a good first experience. Okay, now it's for sure the last question. I'm Dusty. Ricardo, would you suggest to Gus the Seba skate and use a liner to downsize? Man, I did that to my Seba. So basically, last time I was in China to visit factories, I went to the Micro and the Seba factory, and I got a pair of the first CJs, the Seba CJs, the first ones, and I got a size 42, which is a size down from what I use, and I got like a intuition liner. it somehow still fits a little bit too short. I was talking to Min, and Min told me that I could shave the front of the skate a little bit more, and then it's very, very flimsy. But you know what? I didn't even give those skates an opportunity with the liners. The truth is, the intuition without the liners. The truth is, the intuition liners will make the skates a bit stiffer. And if you plan on skating them with a tall frame like a 100, for sure, that is a good thing to do. But it's going to depend on the shape of your foot. All of these things, they will always depend on what you want to do with your skate, the shape of your foot, the frame that you want to use, the type of skating that you want to do. It all depends a bit. I'll be waiting for more streams. Your stories and voices are gold. Thank you, Sergey. It really means a lot to me. Go to sleep. Oh my God. And now I think I answered everyone. I tried to help